I don't know a good intro idea for this video. Oh well, I'll probably think of something. Hey people, so for this video, well, you read the title, I'll just be reading some Halloween stories, and just like my school stories video, I'll animate it too. Originally, I was gonna put this video up on Halloween, but then I figured that would be pretty dumb because, let's be real here, we watched these before Halloween just to get in the mood of things. Anyways, all these stories are once again snatched from Reddit, and all real, allegedly, so let's just get into these stories. Me and my family went trick-or-treating and we were getting candy and being really happy all night. I ate a few candies because I was hungry. I held my poop a bit until I feel something wet in my pants. Mommy, I think we need to go home. I don't feel so good. We got in the car and went home. I ran to the bathroom with clean clothes and threw my witch costume in the dumpster. Never spoke of it again. Next Halloween we didn't do much, but we ate at a friend's house. The rules: no using the bathroom at a guest house because it's rude and they don't like it, no mean things, no hopping, running, or jumping, no eating without asking, pray even if the person doesn't believe in God. Very strict, Mom. My brother had to pee so bad I could tell, and I stopped eating because I needed to pee very, very bad. I begged my mom with tears to use the restroom, and she was done. She dragged my butt outside and made me pee in a bush. In the end, I was in tears, and my mom yelled at me in the car. I don't want to be rude or anything, but your mom sounds like what? It's a word that rhymes with witch. I give out mayonnaise packets from fast food restaurants, and on November the 1st, my driveway is always covered in mayonnaise. I wonder why. I'd be so pissed if someone just gave me a mayonnaise packet. It's just like, okay. My cousins and I thought it would be terribly clever for us to skate around the town holding jack-o'-lanterns with long-ish t-shirts pulled over our heads like modern-day headless horsemen. Needless to say, skateboarding at night with your eyes covered does not end well for anybody. Smashed my pumpkin and almost gave myself a concussion. That sounds like something I would do, and that's something that I would probably overlook too. But let's be real here, the headless horseman would probably be in a Tesla, not on a skateboard, if this were modern day. No? Just me? Okay. Alright, this is where the stories start to get a little creepy, so buckle up. About a month ago, I was brushing my teeth like any other normal day, except this time something was different. As the bristles of my toothbrush scratched across my gums, I was immediately plagued by an insatiable itch. It felt as though I had a bug bite directly above the roots of my teeth, and no matter what I tried, I could never relieve the pain. I tried multiple times gargling salt water to no avail. I didn't want to mutilate myself. I mean, who would? But as the days continued, the itch was driving me crazy. I felt my sanity slip from me as I pondered over the least painful options I could think of, while I still had a rational mind. I began trying things like using a razor from my utility knife to gently slit my gums while they bled profusely. I again tried the salt water. It was so painful, it burned like nothing I had ever felt before, and I wasn't able to do it for long because I had to spit the water out. I cursed and sobbed as the itch persisted and was now getting worse. I was going insane. I wasn't able to sleep or eat. My thoughts were only how to cure this itch. I ended up at my breaking point, and I decided I need to get under my teeth if I was going to get rid of this dang itch. So with trembling hands, I grabbed a pair of vice grips from my small toolbox, clamped onto one of the scissors, tried yanking it softly at first, and a shooting pain followed, causing me to retract and drop the pliers on the floor. I cursed again. I was fed up and couldn't handle it anymore. I clamped the tooth once more, took a deep breath, and in one motion tried forcefully yanking it. Doing this only caused my tooth to break, and on top of that, the maddening itch in my mouth was hot with pain of exposed nerve in my tooth. I decided to look at the damage I had done, and when I did, I immediately regretted it. Sticking out of my tooth was what looked to be a worm, wriggling and writhing. I vomited upon seeing this horrid sight. I felt light and my vision began to go black. I awoke sometime later and looked into the mirror again. This time there was no worm, but my mouth was still searing with pain, and the itch had become so unbearable that I didn't even care what happened anymore. One by one, I broke each of my teeth trying to pull them out. Each tooth had a little wriggling worm coming out. I fought the urge to black out again. I was determined this time to rid myself of this nightmarish reality as I was subjected to. All of my teeth were broken. The molars especially were painful to rip out. The itching didn't stop. I decided more drastic measures were in order. You're telling me that wasn't drastic enough? I retrieved a small propane blowtorch and my flathead screwdriver, and then proceeded glowing it red before stabbing it into my gums and prying the fragments out of my teeth. Black liquid squirted out, and I had assumed it was blood, but the odor was so foul it made my nose curl up in disgust. Choking back gags, I proceeded to do the same to the rest of them. Pretty soon, relief soon followed. Once my teeth were gone, sitting broken and bloody in the sink of my bathroom, I discovered the source of the itch. What I thought were worms were actually tendrils of some small creature I wasn't familiar with. It was something out of Lovecraftian lore, a small black body, slimy and disgusting. No eyes or mouth that I could make out. It reeked of rot, filling my eyes with tears. I gagged, and now believed that my gums and teeth were merely a cage of sorts for this creature, because when I pulled it out of my bloody gum holes, it slithered its way down my esophagus. I felt it hit my gut. I screamed and blacked out. I felt it hit my gut like a shot of hard liquor. I screamed and blacked out again, hitting my head on the corner of the sink. When I awoke, I was ecstatic because the itch had finally gone, but then remembered what had happened before I passed out, and immediately afterwards, I felt the same itch down in my guts. Ooh, I hope that one's not true. I don't know. Ugh. Every year, the same red leather couch appears on the same curb of the same house with the same free sign taped to the arm, and every year someone hauls it off to clean it up and add it to their home. It doesn't take long before the television remote is swallowed up by the couch, and then the unsuspecting victim attempts to retrieve it. They lose a finger or three. The couch is fond of small animals. Once it had been rehomed by a crazy neighborhood cat lady. She had lost 14 cats and 11 kittens. Recently, a lonely old war veteran lost both his corgis. When Janet's husband, I don't know who Janet is, brought home the ugly red couch, she hated it. When her daughter Brittany disappeared, she left a bloody shoe lodged between the cushions. Later, the couch wound up on the curb again for the third time in a month. A crazy old woman paid a neighborhood boy to pick it up for her in his truck and bring it to her home. Once it had been returned to its usual spot, and after the young man left it, the old woman stood up in front of the couch, wringing her hands, and cackled, "Well, what have you brought for me this time?" A low rumbling sound issued from the couch, and it began to gurgle and burp. Finally, it vomited up a slightly decomposed but still quite edible body of Brittany, and a few bloody corgis too. Okay, obviously this one isn't true, but I just had to put it in this video because it sounds so weird. Like, who would make a story about a killer sofa? I don't know. Maybe there's someone out there that would. That's all for this video. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to comment if you're going trick-or-treating this year or going to a Halloween party. Honestly, I don't know how many people are since, we still got the pandemic going on. But in the meantime, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Whatever. Until next time, bye.